What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. If you have not seen any of my videos, we're going to be speaking on the Aries for this reading. Alright, let's see. So the first one we have is for the Aries, a snake that is climbing a Raffia tree. So listen closely as I read it. So because of its thorns, the Raffia tree is a dangerous challenge to the snake. Their ability to climb the tree is the model of persistence and perseverance. So this could be you, right? For my Aries, this could be you're in a situation where things get tough, things get rough, things get unpredictable. However, you're still pushing through it. Career choice, friendship, relationships more so, right? Especially if you guys are both working with each other, you're gonna have arguments, you're gonna have things like that, but you overcome this little petty situations, right? Regarding career choices, as far as you going independent with work and entrepreneur, I'm speaking mostly on entrepreneurship because that's where you should put most of your energy into, because that's going to be something that's going to pay you back in return, as far as freedom, as far as you knowing that you created it and that nobody could take that away from you. So I speak on that more so than working for a company, because you can put your all into a company, but you're not going to receive it. And the truth hurts. The truth hurts, right? But that's the reality. You're working for somebody else's dream. You need to, as long as you're worried about your dream and you're doing things to put you in right steps, and if you want to work for a company to put you in a better situation where you can get all your ducks in a row and all your situations, clear as daylight, meaning you got all your credentials and things like that to move forward with entrepreneurship, then so be it, right? But as I said, this message, the first message, just regarding allowing you to overcome a lot of situations, obstacles, if you want to call them that, right? All right, the next one we have for you guys is Merlin, right? So you can be attached to your spiritual being, your spiritual animal, your spiritual animals, right? Let's just say, for an example, I speak on this a lot, right? Because I've been in tune with it. I want you guys, whenever you guys are talking, to listen in for the birds and all the animals and things like that, the insects, all of that. If you're speaking about a relative that's passed over that you love dearly, and a butterfly goes across your face, that might be the person, right? So be attached to your spiritual animals, because people often come back as animals, you know what I mean? And they communicate with us. You can believe it or you can't, or you don't have to. It's what I believe, and my channel is designed to, kind of just share my opinions regarding that. So depends how you guys take it. But I always look at, like, I lost my grandmother. I always look at like a butterfly or something. I believe that's her. That's just me. But I encourage you guys to do the same, because it makes you feel a little bit better knowing that, okay, they're here. Divine order, right? Allow things to happen in its own timing. For my Aries, don't allow things. If things are gonna happen and they play out how they played out, don't stress about it, because that's just the way that the spirit team wanted things to play out. You guys might have lost your house. You guys might have, I know hurricanes just took away a lot of people's houses. Divine order, things happen in that way sometimes. God forbid that it puts you through a lot of pain, but let's not allow that to discourage us. You know what I mean? Because things do happen for a reason, whether it be good or bad. We have to look at the positive side of things, right? We just have to, right? There's no other way. Are we going to continue to, because I've had things happen in my life personally, right? But I just had to keep trucking. Like, what's the sense of focusing too much on the negative side, right? Let's try to find things positive. So that's why a lot of times when people try to, like me personally, I'm not going to shoot on new spiritual channel, right? Regardless, that's their opinion, right? But at the same time, I would rather uplift somebody that's trying to uplift somebody else, right? And that's where you have so much controversy with people in general, because everybody so much focuses on negative. It's always got to be hardcore facts. If it's not facts, then it's negative, or it's a conspiracy and things like that. But just focus on the fact that everything happens for the right causes, for the right reasons. You might not know it at first, but it does, right? It definitely does. Even if it comes down to you looking at it to say, okay, this time didn't work, so the next time is going to be a better outcome. Looking at it that way is going to put you in a better position, because it already happened. The damage is done, but we have to mentally go forward with a more positive attitude. But just remember, the negative things that do occur, they happen for the right reasons. Initiation, right? So just taking the first step. I did speak on this. I spoke on this as far as the entrepreneurship. I just make sure this was the correct video. So let's spoke on the entrepreneurship. And for an example, right? Don't wait until things go terrible to make a move, right? Don't wait until you have to work for somebody else to start your business. Don't wait until you have zero options to make a move, right? For all my masculines out there, get fit. I'm not, and you could judge me all you want, but I'll tell you what, if you guys are in a situation where you have to tussle with another masculine, because we are in the animal kingdom, this is what it is, right? You look at the lions, look at the elephants, look at all of that. They all tussle. And you're in a situation, for my masculine kings out there, I say masculines because most times with the masculine energy that we have, it's an egotistic thing. It is what it is, right? It's just how we are. We end up getting in a scuffle. You have a better chance if you're getting in your physical fitness game. I ain't even saying you gotta be all buff or whatever, but I'm just saying you can be respectful, but sometimes you might have to go down with the get down. So put yourself in a better position. My females too, like, my queens. Make sure you guys are, making the right moves, go with the right people, hang with the right crowd, things like that. Like, try to avoid situations much possible, but be prepared for it. And the reason why I say that is because you want to take initiation before things happen, right? You don't want to wait until something takes place for you to get prepared, right? What they say, you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail, right? You don't plan for success, you plan to fail. However you want to look at it. Always, whatever you feel like you need to do, whatever journey you feel like you're trying to get on, prep for it. If you're a stay-at-home mom and your husband's making money, I would encourage you guys to find ways that you can make money from him, because you don't want to wait until your husband loses his job to start trying to make money. You know what I mean? That's just as real as it gets. People don't speak on that, but life's not guaranteed, so ain't no type of source of income guaranteed. So that's just, and I speak on income because that's like one of the biggest bargains people will be going through. So, that's the biggest advice I could give to you guys. And if you're masculine, same way. If your woman's making money, make sure that you're finding a different way. While she's making money, find ways to make money, so that way if something goes wrong, you have a backup plan. And like, again, finances is the last thing as far as human resources go. But the society's rules, and you guys are probably stressing about it, or you probably are. I don't know if you are, but that's one of the biggest things that I've learned, and I've taken into practice as of right now, as I've been doing. And it feels better taking initiative than waiting for something to happen and then you try to do something, right? Calm to calm. This is going to reflect on this. Excuse me. Even though finances are a big deal and a big resource in our lives, society-wise, right? Meaning that it's a controlled situation. It's not like we don't need money to live, right? To breathe and stuff, right? Know that, right? Take that in consideration. Sorry. Your principles make up who you are as a person. Because there's plenty of people with money that are straight a-holes. You know what I mean? So just remember that. And when you have these principles and these morals, they will help you gain more finances. It's crazy how that works, right? You focus on the right things. Come to a point in your life where you understand your priorities, right? And your priorities are more so focusing on you. Are you comfortable in your positions? How can you get comfortable having the right mentality? But you gotta be like an ocean, and you gotta kind of just go through it. I don't know if that comes off. Like, I'm just trying to show you guys, you gotta be like a waterfall in a sense. You have to be relaxed, to think clearly and things like that. You're not gonna find a pilot. You're never gonna be on a plane where you're gonna be comfortable that a pilot is uncomfortable. So just as a pilot has to stay calm and stay comfortable, you have to stay calm and comfortable as well through all your situations that you go through. Because when we're calm and we're collected, we can make the right choices. The devil's going to try to get you. The devil's advocates, all his little minions down on earth, they're going to try to piss you off. They're going to try to get under your skin. Hey, it's what happens when you're following the gods, when you're following the higher power and you're living righteous and you're living what you're doing what you're supposed to. You're not scaring people. You're not being selfish and making somebody else suffer for your well-being. As long as you're not doing that, man, the devil wants to come for you. So you got to think calmly with your decisions that you're making. I know a lot of us want to spaz out and fight and all of that. But like I said before, I'm not promoting fighting. But if my masculine kings have to, at least you're prepared for it. That's what I was saying before that. But yeah, moving forward, make sure you guys just thinking strategically yo, if I'm around this person, they're gonna piss me off. Let me just stay away from them. Like, you're not no less of a man or no less of a woman avoiding conflict. That actually makes you smarter. In fact, those type of people that want to gain that type of, I want to prove people wrong, they end up, you already know what it is. So that ain't even smart. You're looking for longevity. You ain't gotta run from your problems, but you face them when you need to. But if you don't, you can avoid it. Avoid it. I be speaking so much other things. Excuse me, that that's probably not even related to these cards and like directly, but it'd be relatable, and it'd be some good stuff that I use on a daily basis. So I'm definitely not giving y'all something that I won't use. We have keep your heart open, and that's another thing why I know this channel was doing well, because I'm unique. Like I know I'm unique and you're unique, but I'm transparent with you guys, like on the YouTube channel. So I know what I'm saying is I know my specifics. I know what I'm here for. I know my principles. And once you have all of that done, your business, whatever, your channel you grow, once you know what you got to do, you pinpoint my characteristics, how I want you guys to see me as. Once I do that, it's smooth. I already know my system. I got it down packed. It took trials and errors, but it's working. Keep your heart open. Came out for you guys, for my Aries. Don't allow things that happened in the past to distract or stop you from doing things in the future, right? Keep your heart open on many different topics, many different things that you do. You entertain or whatever it is that you do, right? I'll marry you. Your symbol commitment and perseverance. Now this doesn't have to mean that somebody's gonna marry you, or this doesn't have to be a fortune teller thing like, oh, someone's gonna marry you. But what I can say is this. Marrying came up for you guys, so I don't know if you have to be more committed. If you feel like you're about to give up, take a little break, listen to your favorite tunes and pump yourself back up too. Or at least get yourself in that mindset to say, okay, I got to do what I got to do. Sometimes when I'm doing readings back to back, like I'm trying to do 4 readings a day at bare minimum. And then on top of that with the 4 shorts. In between, of course, I have that drowsy moment where I'm like, okay, now I'm not forced to do these videos, right? So, of course, my negative mindset would tell me, oh, just walk away. You don't have to do it. Nobody's forcing you. However, I have a goal. I have a commitment that I said I was going to do. Bare minimum, at least 4, right? At least if I can get 4 you guys Zodiacs out of the way, I'm fine with that, right? 4 videos, 4 shorts. You know how it goes. Now, as I said, I have a commitment. And you guys probably have a commitment as well. In between them times where you're working or whatever, you're doing whatever you do, play some music, play some tunes. I like country music. You don't have to listen to country music, but I like that. Sometimes I like hip-hop too, but it depends. If I'm trying to keep a mellow flow, I listen to some nice country, you know what I'm saying, nice vibe, nice love songs, things like that. Keep it mellow. That's just because me, the energy that I'm trying to give is positive energies. Speaking on negative things, but in a positive light. So that's me. That's my energy I'm trying to keep, and I encourage you guys to do the same. I also read a book, you know what I mean. I'm not really going to put the book that I read. It's a spiritual book, but I don't really want to give. That's beside the point, right? So, as I said, I don't want to confuse people, make people, manipulate people into buying certain books. No, it's not what this channel is about. I'm not a commercial channel. But anyway, but yeah, that's what I do. You know what I mean? I try to keep my mind occupied in breaks. And it's funny because even though I'm not specifically talking about the cards right now as we speak, I'm still giving you guys some good tips. So that's good that I'm rambling a little bit, right? But yeah, commitment. Commitment is a very big deal. Who was it? I forgot the actor's name. But he said something regarding goals come when you accomplish things through 2 things. I think he said commitment and consistency, meaning you committed to it or something like that. And then consistent, just doing it for a long time. Longevity and consistency. I'm gonna pull this, right? We have King Arthur. Reason why I'm gonna pull this, I don't know, it just kind of flicked different. Y'all saw it on this on the camera. Kind of flicked different. And looked at it. And I mentioned the word unique in this video. Y'all can play that back. I mentioned unique. The unique thing about King Arthur is he was one of the ones. Now, don't quote me on this, but it's what I believe, or what I've heard, is he was the only one that could pull a sword out of the stone. And if you guys remember your first card, it was a snake that's climbing a Raffia tree. And if I'm going to read this back towards you, right? A snake that's climbing a Raffia tree. So because of its thorns, the Raffia tree is a dangerous challenge to the snake. Their ability to climb the tree is a model of persistence and perseverance. Now, it's funny. I'm going to say this real quick. Commercial real quick. as you can see, this video right now is about 15 minutes, right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in this long. I appreciate it. If you guys do watch this video 2-3 years ahead, and if you're watching this after 2-3 years after post it doesn't matter. The point is, I appreciate you guys watching. Now, what I was trying to say with that timing is because I was gonna have my videos do like 8 minutes, but I've decided it's better to just let them run as long as, because it is a spiritual channel. We do want to be free. This is what we do, right? So we're just gonna let it run till I finish up. Now, with that being said, this came up for you guys, and I want to relate these two together, because if you think about a sword, right, being submerged in concrete, the average person is not going to be able to do it. However, it's not for the average person to do. It's only for King Arthur. He was the one that was supposed to do it. Now, I assume this was King Arthur, right? I do remember he was the one that pulled the sword out. So I assume, if I'm correct, correct me on that if I'm not. But we're going to speak on whoever that person was that pulled that sword out of these stones, which I believe is King Arthur. When you relate that to your life, not everybody's going to be able to do what you do. You're not going to be able to do what everybody else is doing. That's what makes your life unique. So moving forward, what I want you guys to do is stop comparing yourself to others. Because people's not going to be able to walk in your shoes. You're not going to be able to walk in nobody else's shoes. And that's okay, right? There's no proving. You're not trying to prove nobody wrong, nothing like that. They're not trying to prove nobody right. No. Do not compare yourself to nobody. And you'll see the fulfillment in life that life has to offer, right? So just keep that in mind. You are your own King Arthur, right? Your stone is like the Raffia tree, right? Thick and thin, you made it out. Found a way. Okay, so that's going to finish up the reading for the Aries. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys feel about this reading. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Only if you enjoyed this video. Post notification if you would like to see exactly when I drop a video. That's going to finish up. Thank you guys so much for your time, your effort, your viewing. All of that means the world to me. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next video.